Oh, welcome back. So I'm going to quickly complete the sarpedon campaign again, but this time I'm going to get the Homeric victory. I'm not going to upload all the terms. I'll just kind of upload the epic missions, and when they're getting completed, so you can see what they are for your playthrough. As I've already completed it on the legendary difficulty and got the total war victory, I don't necessarily want to make you guys have to sit through this all again. If it's successful, I'll let you know kind of how I did it, and because I think there's going to need to be a little bit of changes to my normal playstyle, really focusing on influence so I can get that objective completed as fast as possible. So I will get those uploaded for you. Okay, so first epic mission, supplies for Troy. Shining gold cut deeper than bronze in Lycia's broad country where Lord Sarpedon ruled. Trade is the lifeblood of the kingdom of Lycia, and the trouble brewing across the Aegean threatens to disrupt its flow. You must reach out to your allies in the throat and reaffirm the close ties with Priam and his kin. For only through these alliances can your people weather the incoming storm. Let all know that Sarpedon, son of Laodamia, honors his oaths. And so when you complete this, you'll get 10 turns where you get increased food, stone, and wood, and you'll get some bonus experience. Because early on, you don't get a lot of resources. On my first playthrough through the legendary difficulty, I tried to wait until I had more provinces so I could really take this bonus and run with it. But again, I'm going to try to get these things going as quickly as possible. So you just come up to diplomacy here, and you got to send it to Troy. Now the thing is you need to do it as a single option, so you can't ask for anything in response or it won't give you the objective, so you just send it to him. And so that'll get you the completion. Okay, so got the second objective here. So white walls. Distribute white granite to your populace via their precious resource mechanic. Those who will chase us from our homeland, let them be met with white walls and gleaming bronze. There is strength in alliances, but you remember a dire time when your fledgling kingdom had to do without. Your people were exiled from Crete in the days of King Minos, forced to roam the lands of Lycia, which you now claim. If the Lycians are to never experience such shame again, they must be guarded by impassable walls of white granite. And when you complete this, you get Lycia's defense, gives you influence and happiness, and gives you bonus bonus experience. So we have that, so we'll distribute the resources. And that is now completed. And what the white granite does, it gives you -1 construction time for all buildings, grabs you an item, and -20 stone cost. So epic mission number 3, I believe it is Trade War. Using the Lycian trade missions mechanic, manipulate commerce already established between two other factions. Let our allies hear of Lord Indominus's greed and let them know Lycia is their treasured friend. The Achaeans continue to muster their troops, aided by their ally Indominus in the stolen lands of Crete. You do not want to rush into war, yet there may be a way to undermine the Cretans' schemes without bloodshed. Let your traitors and envoys spread the word of their treachery while demonstrating the nobility of Lycia. And that'll give us Sarpedon's influence, which will get us a bunch of nice bonuses, and we will also get 2,000 bonus experience. So, and I think I can do that now, so manipulate commerce.
So I improve.
Trade mission diverted. Athedia is no longer traded with Triopodion. Instead, the Athenians will continue their barter agreement with Lycia. You have convinced this faction that Lycia is better trade partner than any other kingdom. They will continue to barter agreement with you instead of their previous trade partner. The agreement will not be broken until it expires. So, you only pledge gold because you have plenty to spare, Sarpedon, son of Zeus, and spears and men you are miserly. A prince of Troy approaches you with the respect of military aid. What good will gold do my men when the Achaeans overrun their battlements? The only treasures we need are blood and sharpened bronze. You How dare the son of Priam mock your generous contributions after all the material support you have supplied to the alliance? Support Troy? Oof. Or rebuff the prince. I guess I'll do that to try to confederate. Hopefully this doesn't only last 10 turns. Alright, next epic mission. A peaceful path. Move an envoy to the following region. Gnosis. For while Sarpedon does not shirk away from the battle-craving Ares, it is the way of peace he finds most agreeable. While proud Lycia never fears battle, you would rather not spill blood on the sacred homeland, as you intend to rule over all sons and daughters of Crete. Your best course of action is to send an envoy and demand immediate surrender from the Achaean occupiers. Should they comply, violence will be averted. Will get me bonus experience, some resources, and allow me to get armored giant spearmen. Evidently, the Damians will wage war at any stage. Even if Menelaus of Sparta was to get fair Helen back, his allies would find another pretext to bring doom and slaughter across the Aegean before the gates of sacred Troy. The major question then concerns where you stand exactly. Support the Trojans. Declare no support. You will not openly declare your support for the Trojans. While you remain free to make decisions, you should be aware of hidden treachery or decide later. You'll need to look at your current situation and perhaps plan a little more. Don't worry, for you will face this dilemma again in a few turns. Let's decide later for now. Next epic mission. Royal offerings. Have at least 300 gold. Have at least 10 Mannonian relics. Godlike Sarpedon came to the Achaeans bearing countless gifts, but they still mocked his words. The Achaean elders of Crete make a show of deference and agreeability, yet they refuse to acknowledge your rightful claim to the throne. Perhaps an offering worthy of a king would persuade them of the righteousness of your birthright. You must gather riches that demonstrate the generosities you intend to bestow upon Gnosis. Once your people are allowed to return, Cretan heritage plus 4 happiness, 1,000 experience for all envoys, and 1,500 experience for Sarpedon. Cretan puppets maintain control of the following 2 provinces either by direct ownership or through vassals or military allies. Spear-famed Indominus rejected the path of peace. Let him feel the wrath of brazen Ares. Not only does the fool Indominus refuse to acknowledge your ancestral claims to the land of Crete, but he has bribed the sailors of the Aegean Sea to block any Lycians seeking to land on the Crete soil. You tried the path of peace, and the fools mock you for it. It's time for Shining Bronze to do the talking. So I'll give you increased movement range and battle speed, and give you 2,000 experience for all your people. You have to have roads, which is this place, and that place down there. Alright, next mission, epic mission issued. The Conquest of Crete. If you become the Annex of Crete. If you will not meet the Lycians as friends, then prepare to meet them on the dread field of battle. The elders have listened neither to reason nor the sweet promise of gold. You wanted to avoid spilling blood of the sacred homeland, but the gods and your enemies clamor for it. Let peace in Crete be forged through arms. The usurpers of Minos' throne shall pay for denying your people their homeland. And when I get that, I'll get happiness and influence, 2,000 experience everyone, and I'll get Minotaurs. And then the Annex of Crete, you gotta take all these places. So pretty much you just gotta take over all of Crete. Epic mission issued. Construct one of each of the following buildings. A Temple of Zeus. Description. The returned sons of Lycia walked in the smoke-blackened palace, bowing to the gods to recover its glory. The palace of Gnosis, once glorious and mighty, has been scarred by years of misuse and ravaged by war. You enter these halls as a conqueror, but it is as a benevolent king that you shall now restore the seat of the great Minos, and give tribute to Zeus, to whom your mother, Laodamia, bore the divine son. That'll give you 100 favor of Zeus, and you'll get the wisdom of war, which will give you 3,000 experience to all your heroes. Heir of two thrones, as Sarpedon, son of Zeus, sat on the throne, his thoughts turned to Lord Minos in the house of Hades. Crete and all of its riches are yours at last, but as you contemplate the great halls of Knossos, your heart is filled with anger at King Minos for banishing your people. Claiming kinship with the mighty ruler might sanctify your rule in the eyes of the world, but it will diminish the trials all Lycians endured in exile. Remain a Lycian, plus 20 food, stone, wood, or restore the Minoan dynasty. Movement range, casualty replacement, and well, I'm running all around trying to kill things, so I guess I'm gonna do restore the Minoan dynasty. Well, that was the last mission.
Son of Zeus himself.
Okay, so with that decision, that was the last epic mission. So these are the epic missions for Sarpedon if you want to be able to complete the Homeric victory. The only other things you have to do are get the relics and then also just take out these other factions. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Sorry to have to do it this way, but stupid game mechanic, so definitely want to make sure you complete that third epic mission early on, because like I said, especially if you're playing on legendary difficulty and you're not focusing on getting the influence to be able to get that trade stuff going, you definitely need to do it. So that's what I found to be highly effective, is I ended up going with Zeus for some divine will, because he ends up giving you influence for your alliances. Also, if you use your envoys, you can use those on your own places to increase influence as well. And then building the envoys locations, the houses will end up giving you influence, staying away from the resource options, such as these ones over in the second will always take away influence. All those things will help limit that. And then on the easier difficulties, you also start out with a huge amount of influence, and you don't need to build your way up like you do on the harder difficulties. So thanks for watching. I'll start the next campaign. Have a great day. And if you're liking these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you.